Meyerton, yeah, that's a little bit different Afrikaans. In German we'd say Meyerton. So
welkom in Meyerton.
Okay, thank you very much, Danie. My guest today is none other than Danie van der Westhuizen, a music performer here in South Africa. Danie, how gaan het?
Goed met jou.
Ziemlich good. I answered in German.
Thank you for being here, man.
No, thank you for inviting me. So we're down here. We're having a bride.
Yeah, we have a bride just now. You're gonna taste real steak today.
It's a real steak, as opposed to fake steak.
Real steak.
So a very stereotypical, very typical South African things to do. It's a weekend. We're having a bride.
Yeah, you can see the sun is coming out now.
Yeah, it came out. It's been raining for days, and suddenly
it rained like mad the whole day, and now you bring sun. So you must come here often, please.
Well, last time I came to South Africa, I brought the snow. When I came in August, it snowed in Limpopo.
Yeah.
It's frightened people. They didn't know how to handle it. And this time we had a lot of rain. Boy, the aquaplaning was bad yesterday up near Pretoria. It was really bad.
Yeah.
So Danie, I just want to ask you a little bit about being a musician. So have you always sang, or is it something you got into later on?
It's a strange thing. Well, the easy answer and the quickest answer and the shortest answer is no. Not in school.
Okay.
Not in school. Nothing. None of my no family members are musicians.
You didn't sing in the choir?
No, nothing at all. I didn't do anything around about music. I just jived on it and we played around in clubs and whatever. That's it. I just said to myself that I need to do something else. I need to do something else than work. I've got, there's a message I'm going to get out there, and that's when I started. Yeah.
And now, was there something that drove you? Just, a message just about music and life in general, or was it farm murders or what?
So what I did, how I started was, I actually did sound for some other musicians, like the speakers, put it up, they sing songs, whatever, they go home, and then all sorted. So then I made this one song called Samstaan. Okay, it's about a farm attack.
Stand together, Samstaan.
Yeah, Samstaan. Yeah, stand together. It's actually YouTube. It's actually on YouTube. The video. So we actually made the video. I wrote the song Samstaan. I went to the producer and I said to him, this is the message I want to get out there. I need to tell people that you need me and I need you. That's basically it. Okay. And that happened, and I sent this to Lita Fourie, that's doing the White Cross Monument every year. And she said to me, I must perform this song at her place. I said, where's your place? She said, we're having this do on the mountain every year. So I said, what do? She said, it's a White Cross Monument upgrade. Every year we go to a mountain, we take new crosses, and we give it to, like the family members. And this is what we do every year. We go there every year and do it. I said, okay, well, then you go do it. The first year, this is now 7 years back. 7 years back. I couldn't do it. It was something else for me. Just admit, next year you come back. This is now the second year. I need to go back there because she likes the song, but I need to write a different song for the monument. I said, I'll do that. It's not a problem. I can do that. But do I have to come here again? She said yes. I said, well, okay, it's fine. She needs someone to actually hand over all the crosses. Like you get an A4 paper and name, date, born date, the date the farmers were murdered, and the last column, it's how they got murdered, like with axe, shot dead, burned to death, whatever. It's written. So I said to her, I'll do everything. I don't mind. I'll do everything you ask me to do. But the very last column, you just can't do it. Yeah, I can't tell a child it's like this is how your father's been murdered. So I couldn't do it. That's a long story short. And then it gripped me. So I said, okay, well now I'm gonna write music. So I got two of my own albums out. 12 songs on the first one original, 12 songs on the second one original, and that's why I act. Yeah.
So obviously you must write the lyrics yourself.
Yes, all of them.
And the music itself, you do that as well?
Music, I go to my producer.
Okay.
And I said, well, we sit there and it's like, okay, so this is how my sound, this is the message I want to give out, because you must be very careful that it must sound correctly. Because you have to add like a music video, should you want to in the day. So you have to see something, and my passion is ons boere. That's the thing. Farmer this is the thing I do, because it's a reality. It's not a thing to dream about. It's a reality. It's happening every day. As we speak, it happens every day.
Every single day. And the media is no longer covering it.
And if you talk about it, people is like, a murder is a murder. Murder is not a murder, it's not the same for me. To me, it's not the same. It will never be the same. So I'll do what I have to do, because there's a very specific message that I have to go out there, and that's why I'm here. Yeah.
No, I understand that completely. It's so the farm murders is what motivates you to become a performer. Yeah. And you've built on that since then.
Definitely. Like I said, my very, very first song was Samstaan. Yeah. And then I decided from there, should I stop? Should I carry on? I said, well, let me just go on with this. And then I wrote Maak iets in die boer wakker. And then I wrote Ons moet hom nooit vergeet nie. it's also we must never forget the farmers. So all the crosses on the White Cross Monument, every cross is connected to a name. It's a farmer. It's not just there.
It's not just a cross. Yeah.
It's not.
Now,
just,
for the audience that doesn't know, in South Africa, in what's now Limpopo province, near Polokwane, which was Petersburg one time, there is a mountainside there that belongs to private land, and there are crosses placed for each farmer that's been identified in South Africa. And it's sad because each year more are added. There have been a fair number of them added since the lockdown began.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a growing monument. It's not a thing like there's this one a year, one a month, whatever. It's a daily thing. And if you see the expansion from the monument, I mean, from was 6 years ago up until now, there's already I think I don't know, more than 10 or 20 crosses for this year. That's happening the 3rd of September. So we're already going back there for more. It's like becoming we have to do this. We're gonna do this. We must do this every year. You know, I mean, we did all this. We took about 1,000, I don't know, thousands of bikes, motor vehicles, people. We went up there to Pretoria to say, oh, no more farmers, no more this, no more that, just to get nothing. There's nothing happening.
No, there's no attention on it. It's definitely a blackout by the media. I used to be able to report on farm murders in South Africa and attacks on farms very easily because it was in the press all the time. The only issue from my perspective was that they focused only on, the media focused on one group of farmers, and they did that from my perspective because they wanted to create this false narrative. Because you have people saying white genocide, and the media went with that so they could discredit and try to dismiss the farm murders. That's my analysis of it. Yeah. When actually farm murders of all sorts are being attacked. Farmers of all sorts, black, white, colored. You know, the 4-month pregnant Indian woman on the Ayub farm in KZN a couple years ago, they sliced her throat from ear to ear and murdered her in her bathroom with her 2 children standing. She's 4 months pregnant. Indians. The black cattle farmer in the Free State who was shot in the head at his butchery and spent 4 months in a coma, came out of the coma, went back to the farm, and then died 2 months later from the wounds in his head. The coloreds in the Western Cape are attacked all the time. Farm managers, farm workers are attacked all the time. And it's simply ignored. In 1994, South Africa had 72,000 commercial farmers. The number today is probably about 28,000 and declining.
And that's a scary thing because that actually connects you to food.
Indeed.
That connects you to food. That's the problem. We mustn't forget. It's not just the farm. It's not just land. It's not just the house.
Yes.
So it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing.
Well,
And it doesn't stop.
You mentioned land, but I'll get to that in a second. But, you know, I want to make sure the audience isn't misled. I'm not trying to tell you that 50,000 people have been murdered. It's been 3,000 or 4,000 probably. But the point is that people have left commercial farming because it's been so difficult to do.
Yes.
But the land issue, you hear a lot of stuff about land is why this is happening. But that's nonsense. Most black South Africans whom I've ever met in my lifetime who talk about land just want a residential plot. They want to build a house.
Yes.
They're not looking for farmland. I mean, the ANC wants to put 1 million people working on farms. The rest of the world is reducing the number of people working on farms with automation. They want to go back to the 15th century and have serfs on the farms, not have commercial farmers.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so do you have anything coming out? Are you doing performances anytime soon?
A lot of performances. I'll share all the performances on Facebook, on my Facebook, Danie van Westhuizen. I'll share there. Looking forward to some new music. I've got some new ideas happening. You know, every day we think about things and so on. So yeah, but I need to stick to the message I need to get out there because this is what I stand for. So I need to stick there.
Well, Danie, I certainly understand the motivation for the type of music you're doing and why you're doing it, but did you grow up on a farm? I mean, was there any farm origin to you, or are you a city boy?
That is the thing. I was a city boy. There's no farming. Nothing.
He's standing for the border, and he's a city boy.
Do you know why? I think this is one of the big reasons.
Yes.
So you pay 150 rand for a big piece of steak now. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Let's call it 150. Call it 150. Now, if farmers doesn't stop, you know, as we go about and as the years goes on and as the farmers getting less and less, I'll be paying $500 for that same T-boat. And I'm not a rich guy, so I need to look after farmers. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that is
in the circle.
That future's coming faster than you realize. If Joe Biden somehow manages to stay in office for another 4 years, it'll be $500 in the next 4 years.
That's what I'm saying. And so no, it's just you know, the thing is, there's a big thing in the industry, especially the Afrikaans music industry. They say if you get involved into like farm murders or stuff like that, they say don't get involved into politics. So to me, farm murders got nothing to do with politics. It's reality.
Security.
It's nothing to do with politics. It's only reality. Because politics is politics, and I don't want to get involved in politics. I'm not going to get involved. But how can I shut up about reality? How do you do that? So I can't do that.
No, you got to deal with what's in front of you.
I do miss out. I do miss out on a lot of big shows and big stuff. You know, it's like
Well,
they won't book you because I mean I stand up for.
Well, it's
for
interesting you
reality,
should mention that because
fortunately.
I talked to Steve Hofmeyer about that's one of my favorite songs, Die Land.
Yeah.
That music video is brilliant. Of course, there's a whole ensemble with Rikus in there, and then Mark van Blerk is in there, and others. And I was surprised that song was done because I know just how sensitive the Afrikaans music community is about talking about politics.
Yes.
I was shocked. That is a unbelievably strong song. You know, at Steve Hofmeyer's concert in Wellington at Velbedock last week, I was there. Steve called me up on the stage. We sang the Ballad of Green Beret together, which was embarrassing for me because I told people, I said, you know, you understand that when I sang in a 3 square kilometer radius of Velbedock, all the cats fled. So there's been an uptick in vermin. There's more mice, more rats, and more EFF running around Velbedock.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
So anyway, but seriously, you know, it was he sang Die Land at the end. That was what he closed with.
Yes.
And I know the lyrics, of course. So I was down in the crowd singing, and people noticed that, and they came up to me afterwards. And it was really it was heartwarming, inspiring. It's an incredible song, and I was surprised it was recorded because it's political. You know?
Yeah. I also did a free show for him in one of his concerts, and we actually sang the Land on stage. He actually called me as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but you're a musician. I'm a
caterwaller. But he's not just the guy who will call you on stage.
Oh no.
So
Yeah,
what I'm saying, I said to him like, listen, let's do something together. Let's just do it. So he called me and said, oh, that's lekker. So, you know, one big step in my career is to do that. Yeah.
Well, if I'm wrong, correct me. Weren't you responsible for convincing Steve to go to Dipco's Mine a couple years ago?
Yes, yeah, I did. That's actually the same time. We sat backstage and I said to him, well, I know you're doing this and you do this and you stand up for this, whatever, but when are you coming to the White Cross Monument with me? Because I do it every year. And he said, date and datum and I just die. I said, okay, cool.
Pick a date and I'm there.
So let's do it. And he said, oh, you actually rocked up and we did it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, for those who, you got to be careful around me because ek praat nie Afrikaans nie, maar ek verstaan.
Yeah, you understand that now. So for now, we're gonna switch over to Afrikaans.
No, we're not. Let's try Xhosa. I don't know any Xhosa.
No, it's fine. Just keep it Afrikaans. Here we talk Afrikaans.
No, but Danie,
thanks,
it's a pleasure to have a chance to chat with you. Folks, I hope you were able to hear us okay. We're going to do a recorded interview with the microphone, so hopefully that come out a little bit better. It's the best we can do because we got to work around load shedding and access to networks here. My MTN account, which is where my data is at, has 3 bars, so hopefully that was strong enough people could hear us.
Let's see. But yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. It was lekker.
It's a pleasure. Lekker.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, folks. Danie van Westhuizen.
Still live. Yeah.
I was scared to press that button.